is going on, everyone? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? Let's see who we got here. We got Sheer Cold Vanillix, Poisonous Flame, Brahms, Flowey the Flower, Cinder Clouds, Dr. Glowstone, Ghosty Gengar, Greg Hen, MZ Games, X Rider. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream, guys. How is it going? Alright, guys, let's get started here. Let us get started. Let's see if we can get lucky today with one of them. Return on time in our survival. No, that's unfortunate. I don't know what's up with this preview, or why it's defaulting to such low quality. Whipped cream can is broken. That is a tragedy. It's going well. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. It's going well for me too. Going well. Hoping we can get the shiny today. I made more progress on my off-stream stuff, which is awesome. Mike F, how's it going? Loot Firemaster, how's it going, guys? Yeah, so made more progress on my off-stream stuff. A little hiccup I might have to deal with on that tomorrow, but for the most part, everything there is going well. Sorry I've been here for a while. It's all good. It's all good. I understand other things happen. I understand that with the way the streams are right now, they're like at some of the worst times for a lot of people who watch, because a lot of people who watch from Europe, the streams just got later and they were already super late. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out stuff like that, but I mean, there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Seeing as work is work and it happens at a certain time. You got a shiny Flabébé today. Awesome! Awesome. I hope to get one of those myself at some point. You're doing well. You can do things that aren't art right now. Without feeling guilty about not doing art, because you've been very productive with art today. Awesome! Awesome. That's always a great feeling. Like, you had something you needed to do, and like being able to actually get it done and know you got it done. That's always fantastic. Very hard to concentrate on drawing for 3 hours, but at the same time it's nice because streaming forces you to be productive. I can agree there. I can agree there. Definitely not like with art, but you know, with like shiny hunting and all that. Like going for 2 hours straight, like it gets a lot done. But it gets a lot done. And like I definitely wouldn't do like 2 hours completely straight, nothing else, if it wasn't for streaming. But yeah, no, streaming definitely forces you to do some stuff when you like sit down and say, I'm gonna do this, and then you have a whole bunch of people watching you say you're gonna do it. I'm playing Animal Crossing. How's that going, Luke? An early fourth party at BFF was here. So busy. I totally get that. Totally get that. Ah, don't say that, Mr. Nick. Welcome to the stream, man. You know, we're all your friends here. We are all friends. You know, we all enjoy hanging out and talking with each other and stuff. And like, you know, if you'll find people who have common interests with you as you go on in life. Time to claim your prize for all this work on that Charmander. I know, right? I know. We're almost at 11,000. We need the game to shine favorably on us today. I totally just decreased the other counter, yeah. It was fun, but the weeds, and thankfully you ripped them all out. Well, that's good. That's good. Don't want any weeds anywhere, right? Drew references for your Hippogriff characters and made progress on your animation, so that's really nice. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I wish I could have been there, but, you know, with work and stuff, it's hard for me to do anything before, like, I start the streams. TP, what is up? Welcome to the stream. It was a bit busy last week. Glad you can enjoy your streams. Audio again. Good luck on both your rounds. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to be here. Hope, you know, the busyness of last week wasn't too much or anything. Can't fix the can. I was just busted. That's unfortunate. You got a lot of Pokemon books and DVDs. Nice. Nice. I was looking at possibly getting some, like, Pokemon manga and stuff a little while back, but I ended up deciding against it. I don't know, I wasn't 100% sure that it was a good deal. You know? Where can you find your live decks? Searching the keywords in your name. Didn't find anything. I mean, dude, you're on a Pokemon stream and stuff. Like, obviously, you got something you like, and you got like the Pokemon stuff to talk to all of us about. That's what, you know, interests are. But if you're looking for it on the channel, it should be like the main, like the video that plays the moment you go to the channel. If not, it's like, it's my 1,000-hour video. I don't go into too much depth on the actual living decks that I have, because it's not shiny, but it goes more into depth on the in-progress living shiny decks I have. But yes, that's like the 1,000-hour video that I have posted on the channel. It's probably buried below a lot of stuff now because of the streams. I don't know, if I start posting more like actual, like, you know, recorded content videos, I might like have to hide the streams after I finish them. Your next shiny shall be Bulbasaur. Awesome, Mike. Go for it. Good luck. Got a few of the manga. Like, I'm really excited to be able to read it at some point. It's just, like, I don't think I found a great deal on it. Like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but, like, it was tempting, but it wasn't great, you know? So I decided against it. Post your friend code for 3DS on stream, like, get it ready before the streams. The problem with the 3DS code is I can't add you guys back immediately. Like, I actually had it listed down in the description for a while, but the thing is, like, because I couldn't, like, enter in people's immediately, like, right away or anything, I really couldn't add people, unfortunately. I'll have to figure something out with Discord, probably, most likely. You know, like, if I do it through Discord, I think it'll be a better way for me to keep track of it. But yeah, I did try adding it, like, in the description of the stream, so I think I did have it at some point, but it didn't work too well. Because, you know, like, unlike the Switch or something, or really any other system, like, you both have to add each other for it to work. Like, you can't just add someone in and be like, hey, so-and-so added you. Because Nintendo's never been the greatest with online stuff, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll have to, like, I'll probably pin it as a message on the Discord at some point. The manga's great. I definitely need to read it. One of the movies is Arceus and the Jewel of Life, which I haven't seen yet. I need to see all the movies. I need to see the anime, too. There's so much Pokemon stuff I need to do. So much, and not enough time today. Yo, Munch, what is up? Welcome to the stream. And John the Pikachu, welcome to all. You beat Ultrasun last night. Congratulations. Congratulations on that one. That's awesome. That is awesome. Have the Oras manga, Diamond Pearl Platinum manga, and Red and Blue manga. I definitely want to start from the beginning. I know it's not necessarily, like, perfectly chronological or anything. But I would definitely want to start from the beginning in it. Just because I'm a completionist, and I'm going to do that no matter what, so may as well, like, start at the start. That way also, like, I don't ever end up, like, going back to something that wasn't as high of production value, you know? Back from your New York vacation, how was it, man? How was it? You have issue 1 of Hard Gold Soul Silver, nice. So far you've gotten 11 shinies in Ultra Sun via SOS method. SOS method is a fantastic method for hunting shinies. Like, it is great. I don't have too much experience with other methods, but it's like the most consistent once you figure out how to, like, you know, not be losing HP every turn, and you know how to refill, like, with Leopard Berries or with, like, something like Recycle. You know, once you have SOS figured out, it's kind of figured out, and it's more just a matter of time until you get it, as opposed to something like Pokeradar or DexNav or something where it's just kind of like Pokeradar that changes breaks, you know? But yeah, so I've enjoyed SOS method. I want to give some more methods, like, thorough tries. Obviously, I've given Masuda method and soft resets a chance at this point. But yeah, so I need to get far enough in other games to actually do some of the other hunts. Yo, Sezzy, what is up? Welcome to the stream. I like the idea of having both people adding the codes, so people who want to be annoying can't somehow randomly find your friend code and spam trade you if they aren't able to find your Pokemon. Well, no, not like... Well, like, you have to confirm that you're friends, obviously. Do it like the Switch does it, where you get sent a friend request, and you can accept or deny it. Like, you don't have to... Like, it's not like, oh, I added so-and-so, and they're suddenly my friend. like, I would like for me to be able to put my friend code in the description, like you can do with the Switch. Put your friend code in the description. You guys can add it all day long. And I'll just have, like, I'll go to, like, my friends page on the home screen, and it'll say, like, all you guys added me. And, like, I'm not on friends lists for you guys yet until I accept. Like, I think that would be a much better way to do it. Like, I think that would be done, or that'd be a much better way to do it than the current, like, both of you have to, like, post your codes at the same time. Because that's just, it ends up being really awkward. Like, it works for things where, like, items have to be traded and all that. Like, obviously you want to, like, confirm that stuff when it's real time. But just for, like, my situation of being here and, like, wanting to just give you guys my friend code, and I can't go and add everyone's in the chat as it goes by. So, like I said, I'll probably just end up posting it in Discord or something, and then, like, having you guys, having, like, friend codes get posted in some, like, trade chat or something. Oh, you got some stuff from Nintendo World. Awesome! That's cool. What'd you end up getting? Simple hidden abilities. That's another nice part about SOS, is, like, the more, like, you already get a shiny, the more likely it is to have hidden ability and stuff. Which is super cool. Super cool. It's how you end up with some pretty nice shinies. Let's see, I'm almost at 2K subs. We're almost there. We're almost there. We were at, like, a 1935, I think, before the weekend or something. It's fallen a little bit. But we're slowly but surely making our way up there. It'll be awesome if we're able to actually hit it. Hype for Let's Go Peachy and Let's Go Eevee, because I'm more excited about them now than I was before they were officially announced. I was very skeptical about them at first, because I didn't want them to be like Gen 8 games. Like, I didn't want them to be the definitive Gen 8 is Let's Go. Like, I didn't want those to somehow be the start to it. But seeing as they're more, like, in their own kind of universe there, you know, they've got, like, Go to connect to, and they don't really interact with the other games, I'm more excited about them. It's basically Go on your TV, and that'll actually be pretty cool. The art style's great, the graphics look amazing. I don't know how well the post-game's gonna hold me in. I might end up just immediately, like, playing the game, going back to Usun and stuff, and shiny hunting. Who knows? But, like, there's no way to really tell unless they either, like, show us what post-game is, or we play the game. Either way, I'm excited to get it, and I'm excited to play it, like, on a stream or something. We'll have to see, you know, like I said, how much the game, like, stays in my system versus sitting on a shelf or in my, like, Switch carrying case. But yeah, I'll be excited to buy it. Oh, the Pokemon, the book is gone! What do you mean by the book's gone? I'm just so done with SOS chaining Eevee. I'll admit, there have been some Pokemon that have gotten me there, because, like, with Masuda Method or Soft Reset, you can, like, take a break, come back to it. SOS, you're there unless you want to restart. But no, I thoroughly enjoy SOS personally. I totally get some people not being too into it. Guess the game's going to the trash. No! That's awful, man. Sorry to hear it. Trying to find Spinarak, but keep finding rats. My problem with Spinarak was the poison. Like, it's one of the few hunts that I actually ended up taking more damage than I could like heal myself. Gotta do the Kanto Starters hunt on Let's Go. If it's possible. Like, obviously wandering around in the grass, like, theoretically you should be able to get it. But it's possible. We'll see. If there's, like, actually a true hunting method, then definitely. But we'll see. So I don't know how big of a fan I'm gonna be of just, like, doing full odds hunts in Let's Go. Maybe one or two. We'll see. But guys, 11,000, encounter 11,000 happening right now. Not only do we pass 10K, but it's looking like we're gonna pass 11K too. Yo, Squishy Lad Gaming and Blueberries, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. In Yellow's post game, you can get the Kanto Starters. Pretty sure Let's Go is gonna do it. I mean, from the looks of it, it's just Go. Like, you'll be able to, like, find them randomly in the wild, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I haven't done too much digging into it, so we'll have to see. Like I said, we'll have to see when they come out. And 11,000 wasn't quite it. But, like, they've, like, from looking at the Treehouse stuff, like, they've changed it some. It's not a pure remake of Yellow. So, banking on them having certain things in there that they had before may or may not be, like, wise. Like, it's definitely possible. Obviously, like, the best way to see, like, a general idea of what they're going to do is to look at Yellow, because that's what it's based off of. But it is a Go. It is like related to Go more than it is related to. More than it's related to like the original Yellow. Finding the stars in the wild wouldn't be fun. I'm pretty sure someone like you can see a Bulbasaur running around in the wild there, or don't they immediately catch a Charmander? I'm pretty sure it's the same as like Go, where like every Pokemon, even starters, are just available in the wild. It's just you get your initial Pokemon like I don't know. Again, the game's not out. I haven't been able to play it to see or anything. But I could definitely see it them just being wild Pokemon. The only thing I can see like truly being like one-time events in the game are going to be legendaries. Because even those have like special like events and raids and stuff in the actual Go game. If Poison is issue, you can either use a Steel type or Zangoose with immunity since it can learn False Swipe. That's true, that's true. I was doing it with Decidueye, which is definitely where the problem came from. Because I just kind of started and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. So I just ended up buying like a bunch of full restores as opposed to changing my strategy. Which was obviously dumb. There were so many better ways to have gone about that. Aside from spending a bunch of Poké Dollars. Yo, Kyle Bryant, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? They kind of shot themselves in the foot with version exclusives. Because you can just transfer from Go. Like for Let's Go? I mean, I don't think they're too worried about version exclusives as far as like Let's Go is concerned. They're more spin-off games. They aren't necessarily spin-off games like they are RPGs. They're just in like the Go universe. So the games are definitely meant to draw people to the Switch from Go. That seems to be the main objective of it, or even push people from like the home games to Go now that like they're linked in some way, even if it's a link between a game that's not linked to the rest. So it'd be interesting to see exactly where this falls in terms of like what audience it plays to more. But I don't think version exclusives are going to be too big of a deal. Because the thing is also like they shot themselves the version exclusives because you could trade them from Go, but you could always trade them from the other versions. Like you never had to buy both yourself. Like that was never the intended goal. The intended goal is to get you, like obviously, at the end of the day, they sell more copies of the game. There are people like me who buy both copies when they easily could have released one. But the goal tends to be more to get people to trade with each other and find people who got the other game. So I can totally see them being fine with Go being the way you trade to it from. Julian Pere, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You're doing good. How am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing really, really well. Hoping to find a shiny today. That would be a great way to wrap up the day, but today's been a pretty good day so far. Don't think there's exclusives in this. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. If there are, then yeah, they'll be easily tradable. Anna Cook, welcome to the stream. Are you going to give up on the Charmander hunt? No, of course not. I'm going to go for Charmander until I get it. I'm determined at this point. I've gone too far without like taking a break for me to take a break now. And if we go up to some insane number, like if we go to like 15,000 or something, then yeah, that deserves a little bit of a break. That's like 10,000 encounters since like straight since we started the other hunts, since we picked it back up, but all that stuff. I think they've already confirmed Oddish is a exclusive, probably along with Bellsprout. I don't know, I might be wrong. Interesting. Yeah, I'll admit, I haven't been paying too much attention to a lot of the Let's Go stuff outside of like the big release trailers and stuff, and the big announcements. So yeah, I'm not personally aware of any version exclusives, but yeah, it might be like Oddish and Bellsprout. But again, I think it's more to promote trading than to sell 2 copies of the game to a single person. Like really at that point you're only gonna get hardcore players to do that anyway. Otherwise you'll just get like the friends agree and make an agreement to like, I'll buy this one, you buy that one, and then they sell both those games like they would have sold 2 of your normal copy anyway. Almost no one plays the games anymore. What do you mean by that, Mr. Nick? Buying both at the same time will be pricey. Yeah, I mean they're 60 bucks. They're normal games. I'll buy like games like that anyway. I know it'd be pricey. But that's why I say, like, you don't have to. Like, the fact that they're version exclusives wouldn't mean that you have to buy 2 games. Pre-ordered Let's Go Pikachu in the Pokeball Plus for 80 bucks, but it's worth it, you hope. The one thing I want the Pokeball Plus for is the Mew on it. Like, just to have a full 151 in that game. But that's about it. Like, that's the only reason for me to get that. Probably have red and blue version exclusives. Maybe. Maybe. But yellow had different version exclusives from red and blue. I would expect it to be... Let's Go Pikachu. If there are version exclusives, I would expect it to more likely be, and this could be completely wrong because they are different games. Let's Go Pikachu has the yellow exclusives, and then Let's Go Eevee has the pairs for those exclusives. Because, like, yellow did have different exclusives, and the third games always have. So red and blue wouldn't necessarily be required, but who knows? Who knows? Again, like, it's just something that we'll either have to see from them announcing or for us to see on release day. I feel like the quality of your streams has gone up since you were last able to tune in. Well, I'm glad you think that. I'm always trying to improve them in some way. I'm currently looking at some minor little upgrades I can do. Hopefully they end up being worth it. Who knows? We'll see. You know, only time will tell on that. But yeah, no, I love hearing that you guys like the quality of the streams going up and stuff, because that's like, it means that the effort I put in is worth it. Favorite legendary theme? Ooh, theme-wise, I don't actually know. Because I don't really listen to the themes too much, I'll admit that. Because I don't know, I've never really focused too heavily on the music of Pokemon. I know, like, it's a big part of it, but I tend to end up playing the games on mute outside of, like, the streams and stuff, so I don't, unless, like, it's iconic music, I don't really, like, you can't tell me the name of a song in it, and maybe, like, oh, yeah, that one, and immediately think of it in my head. But if you play the song, I will know that it's Pokemon, if that makes sense. Really want the Pokeball Plus. I kind of want, like I said, I kind of want it. It's a neat little controller. It'd be awesome if you could use it in other things aside from Let's Go, like if you could use it as an actual, like, Joy-Con. I don't think it has all the buttons, though, which is unfortunate. But the idea of being able to have, I want the Mew, but that's like a $50 Mew. Like, if that's the only reason I want it, it doesn't end up actually being worth it, though. Ho and Heartgold. That is good music. I gotta agree. I gotta agree there. It gives you nostalgia because it reminds you of the Pokewalker. Yeah, that's like... That's what, when I saw it, that was my first thought. I was like, especially when you can carry your Pokemon with you, it's like, aha, this is like another Pokewalker. Like, it's got that little thing to it. Like, that's nice. You can use it as a Joy-Con. Well, I know you can use it for the game as a Joy-Con, but I don't think it has all the buttons to be used as, like, you couldn't play Mario Kart with it. Like, that's what I mean by that. Like, I know that it has all the buttons you need for Let's Go, because Let's Go only seems to need one joystick and 2 buttons, which it has. Or even just, like, the joysticks and 1 button. But that's the one thing, is, like, I don't know if it has all of the buttons. I haven't looked at it too much. If it has, like, literally every button, including the bumpers, then that would be awesome. Old school Legendary Academy music from Red and Blue. It's nice. It's nice. Having listened to... I've listened to all the music for the Legendaries from Gens 1 through the Regice, or through Regice, I guess. Regice. Wonder if you can get experience from walking around and other beeps and whistles like the Pokewalker did. I know that you get, like, you can at least interact with the Pokemon inside the Pokeball. Alright, I gotta see if I can at least crank the stream up a little bit. Like, quality-wise. My preview was so low-res I couldn't even, like, follow it. What's up, King Shark, the Fortnite Master? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're just chugging away on these hunts. Hopefully we will be successful here pretty soon. Uses the theme for Groudon, Kyogre, and Alpha Sapphire and Ruby. Those are nice ones. Those are nice ones. Gotta love the Ultra Necrozma theme. Also good. No, yeah, the ones from the new games have definitely been intense. They don't have the nostalgia kick to them or anything, but like, they've done good with them for sure. A good theme to lose to. I mean, it's bound to happen. If you have no clue what you're getting yourself into, it's almost guaranteed to happen. Love how they brought back the music for Ultra Sun Ultraman. Yeah, no, it's really nice. Like, it's one of those little tiny details that makes me definitely agree with the fact that they put, like, time and effort, like, all their time and effort into these games that they could. Oh, this was wide open when we first saw Ultraman Cosmo. I definitely wasn't expecting it. I gotta say, I was not expecting it. When it just happened to show up, I was like, oh, that's what we're dealing with here. You know? Like, no, because I went in as spoiler-free as you really can when, like, you're behind what, like, everyone in stream is seeing. Like, everyone in stream has played the game, and I'm just sitting here, like, going along, like, 2 hours a day or something. Like, people get ahead, obviously. So, like, there were definitely plenty of points where people were, like, saying, like, oh, something's about to happen. So, like, I knew something was coming, but didn't quite know what. Remember the Ultra Charisma fight? Shudders. It was a fun one. I managed to come out pretty well. It only took, like, 3 or 4 tries until I figured out how to trick its AI. It was pretty much the only way I got through that. I was like, oh, you took a legendary fight. Photon Geyser. Well, there you go. Yeah, I was just like, oh, that's over. That's OHKOing me on literally every turn. Like, that was interesting. Then it ran out of that and was immediately able to crush me other ways. Now, but tricking it into using Photon Geyser was fantastic. Like, figuring that out and then actually just swapping into Milotic and nailing it were, like, fantastic ways to go about that. You brought a Mimikyu, but it was still tough. No, that fight was, like, that fight pushed you to actually, like, strategize with your team. Like, you had to figure out either a way to, like, stall it or to trick it. There really wasn't a way to just brute force that fight. You know? First time you blacked out in the game. That's actually pretty impressive for Yusum. You know, like, because Yusum had some pretty intense trials compared to Sun and Moon. Like, with Sun and Moon, you had a... Like, it was fairly easy to get through, but, like, knowing Sun and Moon and going into Yusum didn't, like, having previous experience with trials didn't help me at all. Because the Totem Pokemon were almost entirely switched up, and if they weren't, it was because they were already the difficult Totem Pokemon. So, like, you really just kind of went into it hoping. I was trying to, like, pass out after he loses... Thinking about real life here. You do wonder what happens. I mean, it's not blacking out, it's whiting out. I don't know if they changed it to blackout. I remember it used to be white out. And basically it's such a blur when you, like, have to go back to the Pokemon Center. Like, you're just in such a rush that you don't even, like, think about it. It's pretty much the way I would take it. Yo, Frisk, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Pikasum, welcome as well. How are you doing? Friend did a Wonder Trade and got a shiny level 100 Arceus. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I'm always skeptical about Wonder Trading because, like, I don't want to get something like that and just think that it was hacked, you know? Because, like, then I, like, get rid of it, and then what if it was real? Like, that's always been my, like, hesitation with Wonder Trading, is what if I get something so good that I don't believe that it was actually, like, real? Frisk. Sheer. Everyone's excited to see each other. Pokemon knocks you out, the Nurse Joy takes you to the center after stealing your money. That's actually what it is. That's actually what it is. The Pokemon immediately goes from your Pokemon to you so fast you don't even realize what happened. And then, yeah. The Nurse Joy just goes ahead and takes her cut. What she feels like she deserves for the battle. I think the trainer goes, oh crap, he sprints to the Pokemon Center. That's pretty much how I take it. That's pretty much what I take it as. Before you did that fight, you had to get a shiny stone to evolve your Floette, a main team one, into a Focus. Alright. Oh, before you did that fight, Yeah, no, people were telling me to get fairies on my team, but I didn't have it set up right, and I ended up figuring out that Zoroark illusioning as, Zoroark using illusion as my Milotic tricked Ultra Necrozma into using Photon Geyser when it had no effect. And because it kept seeing a Milotic, it kept attempting to use it. It never, like, catches on to the fact that it has no effect. Like, you don't only get one turn before it goes, oh, let me try something else. It literally just uses all of that move, all of the one-hit KOs to get rid of you, or to try to get rid of you, and it just does nothing. Then you get about 2 more hits in before you have to just swap to something else. And I swapped to that Milotic, now that it wasn't going to get one shot, and went from there. You're shiny hunting Cyndaquil in Pokemon Silver. Good luck. Good luck. I hope you get it. When Nurse Joy says, we hope to see you again, she means we hope your Pokemon gets seriously hurt. That way she can take your money again, right? Man, I have no clue if these are shiny or not with the Regice when they drop in. Like, there have been a few that I've looked at and gone, is that it? And just been completely unsure. So, like, that's one of those things, you just gotta wait for it to potentially sparkle. How does Regice stand? Very carefully. Very carefully. Or it floats, one of the two. On points. On the little tiny points. It actually just, like, skates around. But yeah, no, it definitely... The slightest little breeze could throw it off balance, for sure. In Ultra Sun, you gave 3 of your Pokemon Focus Sash until Decidueye killed with Spirit Shackle. Oh, nice. Nice. That's one way to get through it. Yeah, I don't know. I still stand by my accidental find of that, of the, Zoroark Milotic combo. Or was it saying the Pokemon centers were covered by Pokemon Healthcare or something? That's what I would actually assume. Like, if we're actually thinking about it, it's just like... It's just like something that's there and it's free to use pretty much. You know, insurance or something covers it. I think that'd be actually what I would say. What a strategy. Like, I can't believe that, like, that worked, though. Like, that was just a, let's finish up this battle and end, like, the stream that day. But because we, like, switched Carbink and Milotic for some reason, it was like, boom, perfect, and we found it out and beat it the next try around. Mexican Shrek, what is up? Welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing today? Does it matter if you play Platinum or Diamond and Pearl? I wouldn't say so. I don't think there's really anything you miss out on. Like, if you had to choose between the games, just get Platinum and it gives you the whole story. But they're not like sequels or anything. Basically the same. It's essentially the same. It does have, like, it's different, but it's not like it references Diamond and Pearl. It's essentially Diamond and Pearl at the same time. It'd be so cool to live in the Pokemon world. It would be different. It would be different. But I would love to. At least for a little while. I need to get my Platinum copy working, though. I had so many issues. I had a Diamond cartridge that hasn't been really good to me. It's like got corroded contacts. I'm gonna try to clean it one last time before I just return it. My Platinum copy's kind of the same way, but at least it's in box, so I can like put it on a shelf somewhere and leave it. I don't know. It's always been weird. I had a copy of Ranger do the same thing to me, but literally just like putting it in and pulling it out of the cartridge slot enough times fixed it. Platinum was a bit faster than Diamond and Pearl since Diamond and Pearl are so slow engine-wise. As you've heard. I've heard some things with battle mechanics definitely are slow. Because what, like, it's, like, HP is actually, like, dealt out, like, a certain number of HP per frame max. So yeah, I remember what, like, I saw somewhere a video of, like, some dude hit a Blissey, like, one-hit KO to Blissey, and from full health to out of HP, he was able to hold a conversation with someone for a solid, like, 10 seconds. So I totally get that. And that might have been something that they changed up a little bit. But I think another thing is just like, I don't know what else it would mean by engine-wise. Platinum's better than Diamond and Pearl. Shiny hunting in it for starters is also a lot quicker. Keeps yelling Kukui to get him routes. I just want to Rowlet, then I'll be the happy, like, I wouldn't have to go on a Pokemon adventure, I'd just keep the Rowlet with me. That's all that would matter. To be honest, all side games are better than the main ones. How so? Like, what do you mean by side game there? Like, if you mean, like you mean, like, Emerald, Platinum, Yellow, Crystal type games? Because, I mean, those tend to be better. They tend to have, like, a few extra things that maybe were cut out of the initial releases. As well as, yeah, they just kind of combine the stories in a better way. Emerald, Yellow, etc. Okay, so, like, the second release of the generation, kind of, in a way. I can agree with that. I agree with that. Favorite Legend, Rayquaza. And I can't wait to actually get to it to hunt it soon. Because we're getting there. We're getting really close to that. Get a shiny female Hippowdon. I mean, is that a shiny? It's a shiny. And that's what I did with my Hippowdon. Because the problem for me with a lot of the wormhole shinies is you just kind of get them. Like, they just kind of show up. So you just kind of like... So, like, since I'm not, like, actively looking for it, I haven't, like, double-checked what the shiny looks like, and for a second or two, I'm just kind of, like, in my head, like, that doesn't look quite right, but I might not know. Hippowdon has, like, actually has multiple forms, so it could be different. Heard of, what is it? I have not, Pikachu. I have not heard of that. Want to hang out my Rowlet in my room. Calling Mr. President for the lulz. I'm fine with that, I guess. That's okay. With corrupted game data, you just put it in and out the chip in the 3DS. Really? I know there's supposed to be some, like, button combo for resetting corrupt data on DS games, and I've tried to figure out how to actually do it because I want to see if it'll, like, fully reset a game that has like multiple, like, system saves that can't be reset like normally, because I would love to be able to reset them, like, properly reset it, as opposed to just resetting, like, the single, like, campaign save. You'd be cool with a pet Litten. You're a cat person. I mean, that makes sense then. So you're wrong, but apparently only surfing is faster in Platinum. Ah, okay. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. Like, they wouldn't just speed up the game, because too much of the audio works with that, the frames work with that. Like, too much would get messed up, but I could totally have seen them upping whatever the HP drop was, and I could have seen them upping something like surf speed. You know, those are the simple little fixes, and that's why... That's part of what lends itself to making... Or that's what makes... How am I trying to word this? It's why games like Yellow, Crystal, Emerald, and Platinum are considered the better versions, generally. Because they'll implement those little fixes that, you know, they didn't catch in their testing, and they happen to see what, like, the public likes a bit more. You know, game testers might have been fine with the slower surfing, but, like, realizing people are like, oh, this is actually, like, kind of annoying, they can bump up that speed a little bit, and they can fix things like that, and then as well as add in those extra story elements and all that. So that, like, that's definitely part of why those games end up doing better, or being praised more, is they have a bit more polish to them. Want a pet Pikachu? I could go with one of those. You'll actually complete a game of Omega Ruby after transferring most of the Pokemon to Alpha Sapphire with GPS. Well, hey, at least you're able to transfer them. Like, it'd be unfortunate if you hadn't been able to transfer them at all. You know? Experiment on it so it could be as strong as the Mega Rayquaza itself. No! Want a pet Papio and a Vanillix following you around. I'd take a couple Rowlets. I'd be happy. Can't wait for Pokemon to follow you around and Let's Go. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I'd love to see it come back to, like, the more core RPG games, but who knows? They keep teasing it. They keep teasing it in one way or another, and then, like, not doing it. Hey, those CD problems because Pikachu's on your shoulder. Like, you don't want two of them? Or you want to pet Wingull so badly? You want your own Pico. It would be nice. Lost Ultra Moon in every single Pokemon you transferred from every game is on there. Ooh, that's rough, man. Favorite Pokemon of all time? Here's a Samurott. My favorite all-time favorite Pokemon is Rowlet. Hands down. No way around it. Rowlet's like my favorite. Is it just it's just used to one Pokemon following you at a time. I got you, like the one inside the ball, one outside. Charizard for you, fair enough. Fair enough, Charizard's a fairly popular one. I've seen Mr. Briny's Pico, not since Emerald. Charizard is overhyped and it's only for its design. I mean, I feel like a lot of it ends up actually just coming down to it ended up being more popular than like Venusaur and Blastoise in the initial games. And so you do have a lot of people who like find it to be the most popular, and it was their first starter. So yeah, that's totally reasonable. It makes complete sense. Like that was a lot of people's first like final evolution Pokemon. You know, it was a lot of people's first Pokemon ever. So I totally get the reasoning behind it being a very popular one. Another thing that leans into that as well is like because it got popular there, it ends up promoting Pokemon a lot more. You know, you see it on way more promotional material. It's way more important in side games. Things like Ranger, you end up fighting it like twice and then it helps you 3 or 4 times. Like, you know, so when everything focuses so heavily on it, the same way that, you know, Pikachu got popular and was in the anime, and then so, like, it's more known, so it becomes even more popular. Stuff like that. Like, you end up in that situation. So, it is one of those things where it just snowball effect, really. Like, it just gets so far ahead of the others that the others can't catch up. Lana-chan, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Came to bug me. Well, I'm glad you're here. Bug away all you want. Speedrun Ranger 1 and 2. I've gotten pretty quick at playing Ranger. Like, I've cut about 3 or 4 hours off the time that it normally takes me to play it, and that's even with, like, the fact that I'm not focusing on, like, speedrunning it or anything. I've just kind of cut the time down. Like, I can get all the way to my end goal in that game from, like, a fresh, brand new save in about 8 hours. Which I know is nothing compared to a speedrun. But that's, like, while watching Netflix or while running test cases at work, right? I set to like let them run for 5 minutes, and then like I do it, and then I start the next one and don't like close the system, or riding passenger in the car. Basically, like I'm not sitting down intentionally speedrunning it or learning routes or anything, and I've still managed to cut like 3 hours off like my first time on it. Fun, isn't it? It was fun the first time or two. Now the faster I get through it, the better. But it'll be way, way worth it in the end, so not complaining. Really hate is that the Pokemon company gave him 2 Mega Evolutions. Oh, I mean, Mewtwo got him as well. So it wasn't just Charizard or anything, but it definitely was another iconic Pokemon. But yeah, it's again that thing where it's like, if they just gave some random Pokemon, and not even necessarily some random Pokemon, if they gave like, you know, who can I think of that's like not quite as popular of a starter, or really just, if they gave any other starter at all, even Kanto, or anything from Kanto to Alola, anything except Charizard, if they had given any of those 2 Mega Evolutions, so many more people would be like, why'd you give that 2 Mega Evolutions? Like, it wouldn't make sense, but Charizard, enough people like it to make sense of it. X was just fan service to give it Dragon typing. They realized their mistake, and the only way to correct it was to give it a second Mega Evolution. Now you gotta play it as Mystery Dungeon. I mean, I've got 2 other Ranger games to play. Like, 2 sequels to play. Which, from what I've heard, are way easier. But, like, I have... Which one is this? I have Shadows... Yeah, I have Shadows of Olmia sitting on my desk, and I haven't, like, played it. But it's on the list. It's on the list of things to do. Behind playing Ranger 5 more times. Mystery Dungeon is fun. I've never played it. I want to play it. I want to give it a shot. You're hunting for shinies in Pokemon Rumble World. Cool, cool. What's Rumble World? Ranger 3 is hard? From what I've heard, though, Ranger 1 is the hardest. As far as the mechanics go, Ranger 1's the hardest. Again, like, you easily could have a more difficult battle using easier mechanics that, like, it just ends up the difficulty, like, the net difficulties more. Totally get that. But, like, with the initial Ranger... Also, I would like to add to that difficulty factor some. Specifically my DS that I play on. Has a massive dead zone in the touchscreen, so like anything on the right third is iffy if like the pen's gonna touch it all, and like even if it does, it's just gonna be like way left of where it is. 4 Mystery Dungeon games, I need to try them. The Angry Potato, welcome to the stream, get Guardian Signs when you're little. I have the initial Ranger, and I have Shadows of Olmia, but like just to show, let me see if it's, yeah, it's not on. Just to show where this isn't even like the most I've had sitting on my desk at once, but like, these are all initial Rangers, because it's been that ridiculous for me. I need to make sure I got them all in the proper spots, though. Yeah, so I have Shadows of Olmia on my desk as well that I need to play. But, no, just from what I've heard, the fact that, like, in the initial Ranger, you had to keep the stylus on the screen, you couldn't, like, lift it off, and, like, do a loop, lift off, do another loop, and it would count, it would just restart. Why couldn't that have just been in Ranger 1 as well? Will Charmander ever shine? Hopefully. Hopefully. You can't find shinies in Rumble World, you can only find shinies in the original Rumble. Interesting. Ranger 1 was a piece of cake. I mean, no, it's definitely not hard. But, just from what I've heard of the mechanics, and like, from what I've heard of my friends just telling me what the mechanic differences were, I haven't played it, but I can imagine the experience is at least a little bit easier. And from what forum posts have seemed to say is that Ranger 1 is the hardest. But again, each person's experiences differ. Jeez, I know, like, there's a significant number of those cartridges that have been in and out of this house. Like, it's almost gotten to the point that, like, I'm prepared for finishing a game by, like, swapping in the next one. I wish I could, like, capture footage of how bad my touchscreen is, though. Because that's definitely a major factor in it for me. Because, like, there's legitimately times where it's like, a Pokemon was in the right position to capture, but I couldn't, because I couldn't touch it. Like, I couldn't get my pen to go around there. Guardian Signs Ranger 3 has the best story mechanics, and ride the legendary beast. That's actually pretty awesome. Now, Ranger 1 is, like, super simple. Like, it's that game where it's, you know, obviously it's linear. Like, it's way more linear than most, like, Pokemon games, because it's a spin-off. It's like one copy. I literally just started where the last save was, because it was far enough in that it was, like, wasn't worth resetting. Or, like, a lot of times I'll reset just so it's my name on it. Because, like, on Mission 1 or 2, which are literally the tutorials. But, yeah, so, like, I'll definitely need to try the other ones when I, like, am done with this one. Like, permanently done with this one. It's almost your birthday? Well, happy almost birthday, Pika Ninja God. Welcome to the stream. Hello, have you been? Your first shiny was the Starly when you choose your starter. In Diamond, no! Aw, man, that is unfortunate. Super unfortunate. Hopefully we're able to find one again, though. Felt cool riding Suicune, I can imagine. I would love to ride the beast. I feel like, after having captured them 5 times now, or 4 times now, I guess, in, from, like, you know, the Super Styler and all that, I feel like I should be able to ride them. The number of times I have seen those credits and played those Manaphy missions. I need to get and play that game now. Like, the initial Ranger at least, if it's anything like that, it was fun. At least for the first play. And riding Raikou is really cool too. It needs to happen, I need to do it. Went to the Pokeballs knowing full well you had none. I mean, you gotta hope. You gotta hope, but yeah, no, that's definitely not the intended place to be catching Pokemon. And it's unfortunate. It would be nice, like, that's one of the few places I would not mind a shiny lock. Is, like, the wild encounters before you catch your Pokemon, but it makes sense for it not to be locked. I definitely prefer no lock over, like, a bunch of things being locked randomly. Let me ride a heckin' Raikou, and you'll be happy. I mean, apparently you can do it. Apparently you can do it. Love riding Latios. And Latias, I mean, you can in ORAS. Like, that is a fantastic feature in ORAS. I never used Fly again as soon as I had the ability to do that. And the 4th gen games of Pokemon are really cool, but the typing ratio is horrible. How so? Barely got any fire types in Gen 4. Ah. I need to play more Gen 4. I have a plan for it, I have a reason to eventually, but I also have a reason why I really can't at the moment. Because, like, my one working cartridge is kind of holding on to some stuff, and I don't want to, like, delete a save afterwards. And it's so slow. That's what people are saying, and they said Platinum sped it up. I haven't, like, had many problems with it. I haven't played it much recently, though. Like, it's been almost a year since I played Platinum, and, didn't even beat it. I got pretty far, but the problem is that game's, like, contacts are still corroded, and they keep, like, corroding a little bit more each time. Which is not good, but I don't know. I'll have to deal with that. Solution is Pokebank. Oh, for, like, the things I'm holding onto? It's actually not. Not in this case. I actually cannot use Pokebank. So glad you got Alpha Sapphire, so you got to ride Mega Latias. I love Latias so much, it was nice getting to ride on her. Yeah, no. Like, that is definitely, like I said. As soon as I had the ability to do that, I didn't use, like, Fly anymore. It's like, screw this. I know it takes a little bit longer, but I'm gonna fly myself and, like, control my flight through the Hoenn region. Gen 4 is, okay, you still haven't beat Pearl. Pearl's the only one I even got close to beating. Pearl's my copy from, like, 2007 or 2008 when I bought it. And then, like, Platinum I got at a convention, and Diamond I got at a GameStop. And Platinum has corrosion issues, and Diamond has them as well. I'm gonna try, like I said, again, to, like, clean Diamond. If I can't get it to work, I'm just gonna have to, like, go and exchange it. Fortunately, like, GameStop's policies on, like, exchanges and stuff's pretty lenient. You can transfer the Manaphy X to Gen 5, you didn't know. But then I only have one Gen 5 game. I don't want to transfer them, though. I know what I need to do I know what I need to do where I am. So, like, there's a reason that they are where they are. You got so many views? I mean, I've definitely had more, but, like, I'm glad with where we are right now as well. You got your Pearl used. I got mine new. but like both of the used Gen 4 games I've gotten have had connection issues, which has been unfortunate. Which really made the size of the island in Oras more realistic and proportional. I mean, for Soar, like, it would have been a little bit much, I feel, to, like, make you fly the length of those routes. I totally get why they, like, kind of shrank it down a little bit. Like, they didn't want it becoming too big of a hassle for you to fly everywhere. Doesn't matter if you have one Gen 5 game, it does. It does. No, like, there's legitimate reasons. Like I said, there are reasons that it is where it is. Your Ultrasun is used? I mean, used games tend to be cheaper, totally makes sense. Just throwing on Latias and listening to really pretty music on your phone and just relaxing. Very happy and relaxed. Super nice. That's good. That's good. Sure about that? I am sure about that. Like I said, there is a reason it is where it is. Yo, Adion, what is up, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Don't think you need two Gen 5 games to transfer. No, it's not about like transferring up to Gen 5. That has nothing to do with it. There's a reason. There's a reason that they are where they are and why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Gen 5 versus transfer. That absolutely defeats the purpose then. And also probably Gen 4. No, like I said, there is a definite reason they are where they are. If we go on a raid, put the channel name in the chat. You hate trying to find the channel on the phone. I mean, I can definitely, if people ask for that, I definitely do it. It's weird that the phones don't let you go to links I post. If I do, yeah, no, like I said, there's a reason. It should make sense eventually. Yeah, all good reasons. Also, I need to play Gen 5, and I don't want to, like, again, end up in the exact same situation that I was in, that I would be in with Gen 4, you know? So, like I said, there's reasons. I just gotta, once I get a diamond copy that works, or a platinum copy that works properly, we'll be all clear. Hate the berry picking animation in Oras. Why is that? Just woke up in the night because your cat is being really annoying. Ah, that's unfortunate, but hey, at least you're able to be here. Unless you look links. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. I know some people have problems with that though. I do. Gen 5's good. I know. I definitely need to do it. People have been telling me to. It's sitting on my shelf, like right there. So it's got to happen eventually. That voice crack was intense. What's that reason? I mean, it should be, it's been pretty obvious. I don't know, I want to hold it in. I want to keep it. Oh man, the voice cracks are real. The voice cracks are real. Nah. I'm not, I'll explain at some date in the future. It'll make sense. But for now, they are where they are. And we are all set as far as that stuff goes. Reason for what? Reason for me keeping some Pokemon where I'm keeping them. Nice voice crack. Well, thank you. You can click links just fine and fun. I know there are multiple people who've had the problem though, so I'm perfectly okay giving that kind of stuff. It's obvious. I didn't say it was obvious. I just said, like, I'll explain in the future. It will become more obvious in the future. But we're not even halfway to that yet. There's a lot of stuff left for me to do before we are there. Don't even get what's going on now. Me trying to keep something mildly suspenseful a secret, but I'm terrible at keeping secrets. It's not even a secret, it's literally, I've been updating the status of it in Discord. You think you know? Probably. Probably. I don't know. I gotta figure out the logistics of it. There's a whole bunch of stuff I've gotta figure out as far as that goes, but hopefully I find something. Hopefully I figure something out. The berry picking animation takes too long, and so you can just click yes and take the berry. We don't need an animation. They want to make the game look pretty, you know. Sun and Moon's the same way. I have a message from my original 151. That's cool. That's cool. Sprees are sweet. I haven't had sprees in forever. I want some now. I had my dentist appointment today, which means I can eat like all the sugary stuff now with no one like yelling at me for 6 months. Right? That's how it works. Can't transfer eggs. Man, if the eggs a bit different though, but that would make sense. That make a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure that egg specifically is stuck where it is no matter what. Like in that gen, like it's got 5 games it can go to once it's like taken out of its initial game, and then that's about it. Now you know what's on. I mean, it's not really a secret. Like I said, I've been talking about it in Discord a bunch. I just don't want to like say what I'm doing is what I'm doing until like I know that's what I'm doing. Because there is a chance that it just ends up happening as like a me thing. I don't know. Because of more logistics, but who knows? Who knows? But like I kind of mentioned with how wonky my 3DS is being, I think after like all of this is going to be a retired console. Like this will just be like a shelf thing. This is how worn out it is. Like the battery shot in it holds a charge when it's playing DS games, but if it's playing 3DS games, the like processing power is too much and it just shuts off. It's like it is just a bad battery, and I could replace that, but the touchscreen's bad, and I'm not about to go in and replace a digitizer in a system because that like the stress of that and the part cost would be like enough to just warrant buying another one. So I don't know exactly how that hunt's gonna sit, but we'll see what happens with it. We'll see what happens. The cat is purring so loudly. This is why you get dogs. Another point in the dog corner. You have a dog, but the dog's not the one purring. Because your first shine was a red Gyarados. I mean, got that in common with some people. Cats are cool at times. Yeah. Nah, I mean, I've never had a cat. My mom's allergic, so we like can't have one here. You know. JJ, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How much does a 3DS cost? I haven't looked at 3DSs recently. I know the 2DS, like the new 2DS XL, is not too bad. I think the new 3DS XL is like $200, so it's not cheap by any means, but you know, by the time I get a new battery and if I was to like get a new touchscreen for it, I can't imagine like repair kits for a 3DS are cheap. I don't even know if they exist, because legitimately it might just be something where even like the people who would make that are like, we'd be charging you like 50 to 60 bucks for that, more if you shipped it to us and had us fix it. And at that point, you're just buying a new one. Like sentimental value can keep on a shelf, you know? Hate cats, but kittens are cool. It's when they're cuter. They sometimes can make you a little angry. I mean, depending on how anything acts, it can do that, you know? But you deal with it. You deal with it, and it's all good. Like, I've never really had problems with cats. I'm always just paranoid about them, like, really scratching me up. Like, I know that obviously, like, any animal can be unpredictable and can do stuff like that, but it's just, like, cats specifically, it just feels like they tend to inadvertently more often cause that kind of thing. You know? You want a cat post on Instagram, and there's a question about will you refer some cats for money? I absolutely would not. There are very, very few animals that like would ever get that level of like treatment from me. There's very few animals that like I feel like you can justify not doing your best to avoid. And even that probably sounds mean, but I feel like clarifying that it's geese should make it a bit better. Some people said yes, and of course people got angry. Yeah, of course people get angry. What's up, Flying Llama Gamer? Welcome to the stream. How have you been doing? But nah, I can't imagine doing that, especially to like a pet or something. I felt really bad the one time I hit a possum. Like, that's where I am, is like when you're going down the road and it just shoots out in front of my car and like brakes are on so hard ABS is kicking off and like I can't swerve because that's just gonna make it worse. Opinions. One time your friend's kitten chewed on his AC adapter and messed it up. I need to get a new one. Aw, man, that's unfortunate. I remember when my dog, like when it was a very, very tiny puppy, chewed on my headphone cord. You couldn't do much damage, but yeah, it definitely could have been worse. Possums suck. I mean, I have zero problem with them when they're on their own in the wild, but when they just decide to shoot out in front of your car and stop in your headlights, it's like, what are you doing? Now all you've done is make me feel guilty. The God Gamers, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. You're back. Welcome back, MZ Games. How are you doing? What's my friend code on 3DS? I don't actually know it. We were actually talking about this earlier. After the stream, I'm probably going to make some kind of text chat for trading, potentially, and pin, like, my friend code there. That way, like, you guys have it, you can add me, tell me yours, because I can't, like, really add people mid-stream, and it'd be hard for me to go back through a 2-hour stream in the chat and find people's names who have, or find people's friend codes who have given it out. So I'll make that so it benefits everyone more, as well as, like, letting you guys add my capture card as a friend. His DS is dead too. Ooh, no, that's awful. Remember laughing at compilations of deers, random animals getting hit by cars on roads? No! I said race car hit a deer and it went flying up. Okay, I have seen some... It's scary when you see some of that. Like, when it's an animal bigger than, like, a rodent, you never know what it's gonna do. Like, I have seen some stuff that's like, oh man, like, it's never, like, a fun video to watch for me. Put it in chat. Well, the thing is, like, if I put mine in chat, you guys see it. But if you add me, I have to know what your friend code is. So I'm gonna, like, make that chat on Discord. Because, like, I can't, like, actively do anything about it during the stream. Because I'd have to, like, you know, close the stream out. Or, like, close out the capture and stuff. And, like, add it. So I'd rather be able to, like, just add them all at some point off stream. And all that. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is with, like, a Discord channel or something. Cows will get right back up after getting hit. I mean, big animals like that, you know, if they're big enough, you're going to go under them. Like, that's what Mythbusters did a whole video, or a whole, like, episode on when a moose walks out into the road. Do you stop or do you go faster? Because it's so tall that unless you're driving a truck, it's above your car. If you go under it, it's not going to fall on you. I had the most terrifying, like, I had the quickest change of emotions I've ever had while driving this week. Like, I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. I was driving to work, and off on the side of the road, you see something, like, hopping in the grass. I was like, oh, like a bunny or something. I look, and it's, like, two little, like, baby deer. And it was like, aw, followed by immediately, where are their parents? I do not see them. Are they going to be in front of my car in about 10 seconds? Oh no. Everyone was talking about it in the comments about the deer flying. Cows are like, what happened? And they go away. I mean, as long as they aren't seriously hurt, they'll just walk off. And yeah, I mean, depending on how they're hit, they could be fine. Yo, Kajito, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, man? Again, though, on the geese, though, they have challenged my car. Like, I've had a Canadian goose, like, there have been a flock of them on the road. And, like, you try to get them out of the way, you get the horn, you rev a little bit, you try to just get your car loud, and, like, most of them move, but one or two are like, no, I'm better than this, I'm gonna scare it. And it's just like, you can move, we can play chicken here in the road, but that's all that's gonna happen. Because geese are mean. Geese are, like, the meanest creature that has ever existed. How do you log off of someone's Discord? Like, log off of someone's account or leave their server? Because the server, there should just be an option to, like, quit somewhere. Or to, like, leave. I don't know about, like... And, like, logging out should be the same thing. I don't know exactly what you're trying to do. Geese or G's. You'll probably get killed if you hit a moose. If you survive, you have a lot of broke bones. That's like what they were trying to figure out on Mythbusters was, like, that'd be a significant amount of damage to you. Like, do you slow down so, like, when it hits it's not as bad, or do you speed up because the moose is high enough that it'll just, like, go over the car? Either way, if there's a moose in front of you and you can't stop, it's a bad time. Like, definitely. That is a heavy animal, and no matter what kind of car you're in, that is a significant amount of, like, stuff in the way. I mean, no, there's definitely people, and it totally makes sense. Like, it's reasonable for people to, like, obviously it's an animal. There's definitely warrant to that. It's just, specifically with geese, sometimes it feels like they're egging you on. But no, like I said, I would actually feel awful if I, like, hit one, like, the one time I hit one and the one time I hit that possum, I felt awful. But, like, I rationalized the goose way quicker than the possum. The possum was just trying to cross the road. The goose wasn't moving. Some of the geese hiss at you. They do, and they, like, try to get big and they try to intimidate you. Like, you know that they're, like, wanting to fight almost. You get angry at a largemouth bass on a regular basis, but when you're fishing, they're the enemy. Oh man, that'd be the worst though, Vanillix. I would not want to do that ever. Like, absolutely never want to do that. And smallmouth bass. Just any bass. I've only ever been successful at fishing once. Like, I've only ever caught one fish. And it was like catch and release, so I had to go back, but... I don't know, I've never been the biggest into it. Like, I caught it and was like, oh, I caught it. And then I was like, I don't want to, like, get that off the hook. I've never, like, gotten close to one, like, by walking up to it. It's always been, like, they're in the road. They are mean. They are mean. And they will go after you. Like, they're a very mean bird. Aw, man, that's really unfortunate, dude. Sorry to hear that. And guys, if the sub count's right, because it's been, like, jumping up extremely quickly, if the sub count is to be properly believed, we are, like, less than 50 subs away from 2K, which is insane. Like, guys, since we've already ended up on these weird topics, I don't know why, I think the chat somehow, like, sparked my mind. Memes are saved for at least a few more months in Europe. They will chase you. No, I completely agree, they're mean birds. I would never get close to one, not inside a metal box. Like, they're one of those things that you just kind of walk out of the way of. Like, you avoid them, they don't avoid you. Like, it's dumb to, like, not at least accept that they will mess you up. They will attack you. Memes. Yeah, memes. Like, there was that whole thing, I guess, with the EU where, like, they were, like, trying to, like, do copyright protection, new copyright laws and stuff, and essentially anything that included copyright material, like, essentially it went beyond, like, memes that were screenshots of other things, or, like, anything that had ever been copyrighted, like, memes that are, like, screenshots from movies and stuff would be, like, not allowed. Gym Leader Zero, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How have you been doing? You joined the Discord group. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Why does Discord keep wanting to connect to a nearby device and wants to get a pin on a device that is not mine? That's weird. It shouldn't be doing that. Like, what would you be... Like, what are you trying to do that has that happening? Because I don't know what, like, Discord shouldn't be trying to connect to anything else. Unless you have two-factor set up, which I don't know. I doubt. Favorite meme is the one where John Cena pulls back a green screen and... I don't think I've heard of that one. Can you tell you something you told people on Discord server? So like, dude, that's awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Not even right. Like, you see him mostly in parks of geese? Yeah, definitely. I always see him at ponds and stuff. How do you reset the game like that? On the 3DS, you can hit the two bumpers, like left and right bumper, and start or select at the same time, and it'll boot the game back up to the main menu. And with the Game Boy, which I'm doing with a GameCube controller, is A, B, start, and select all at the same time. And it just soft resets it so you have to like back out of the game and everything. It was really well. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. Seriously. You know, how's it going, Gym Leader Zero? How's it going, man? But seriously, we're like, seriously though, Pika Ninja God, thank you for that. We are less than 50 subs away from 2K now, which is crazy. Throw bread at them, but that feeds them. That encourages them. It might not be good for them, but it encourages them. Luvia Garcia Carrillo, thank you for the sub. You're from Pika's Discord server. Welcome! Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for coming by. $19.59. I know, it's going up. It's going up. It's going up. We're close. Hello, everyone. Yeah, Gym Leader Zero, man. How have you been doing, dude? We're almost at 400 on Regice. Almost at 400. We still got like a little over 30 minutes left. Throw corn dogs at me, well, I would appreciate that. I don't actually have any at the moment. So I don't feed them. Oh man, that's like honestly one of the worst parts of them being there. Not them being mean, it's what they leave behind. In parking lots and on trails. I totally agree, Greg. I totally agree. We got Shiny Dialga at 210, and the Shiny Moltres is awesome, dude. Awesome. That's actually really quick for Dialga. That's fantastic, man. Shivers. How long did that Shiny Moltres take you, Gym Leader? It's still going. It's still going up, man. It's still going up. Again, dude, seriously, thank you. That is awesome. That is awesome of you. I really do appreciate that. Parker Van Duvel. Sorry if I mispronounced that. You're at 580 encounters for Shiny Chansey. Well, good luck. I hope you find Chansey soon. Getting all the experience points from training a Chansey there, too. What's up? Right now you're shiny hunting Landers? Well, good luck, Poke player. Good luck. know, we're just sitting here working on for our Regice stuff. How many encounters? Do you know how many encounters you have, Pokeplayer? Oh, what's your favorite? Okay, I was wondering. I was wondering what that was supposed to say, Pika-san. Favorite evolution? Overall, Umbreon. Shiny-wise, still Umbreon, but like Sylveon's a much closer second there than like Umbreon's pretty far in the lead as far as just favorite. Like 227 Sylveon's nice, nice. That's super lucky hunts right there. We had the Ho-Oh show up super quickly, but most of ours have averaged somewhere between like 600 and 800. Which, you know, that's awesome, man. What can I say except you're welcome? Okay. The Star Wars version of that is like my favorite parody ever. The fact that they also made an AMV of that with Gurren Lagann, just the amount of like nerd crossover there is fantastic. You had to do it. I need to post the AMV I'm thinking of in the YouTube section on Discord later. It's 8:55 where you are. Same. I started a little late today, so I'm gonna go to 9:30. Don't remind you of that? Why not? Why not? You started this. You started this, Vanillix. You're the one who reminded me of it. Jordan Bradford, your favorite evolution is Vaporeon. Cool. Welcome to the stream, by the way. How are you doing? Yeah, Vaporeon's good. Vaporeon is good. I gotta say, out of the Gen 1 evolutions, Jolteon's my favorite. I don't know, the yellow's cool. I don't know, Vaporeon Shiny's not my favorite, I gotta admit, but having, you know, learned and kind of realized that, like, the initial 3, their Shinies of the color wheel, was pretty cool. It was funny when you first watched it. So it's gotta be still funny, right? Like, it's still fantastic. So congrats on the Regirock. Well, thank you, thank you. I need to get the highlight of that uploaded. I need to get that uploaded at some point soon. No, it's not funny anymore. Darn. I still think it is gold, and I watch it occasionally still. If it ever like gets recommended to me or something. And Tegan Rhodes, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Every once in a while I have to like double check that I'm actually waiting on the Regice. And we're at 400. We are at 400 on Regice. We're getting close. Kinda know you. I mean, dude, of everyone who's here, I feel like you're here the most consistently. So like, it makes sense. It makes sense. Audio wasn't working for you earlier, or you would have been here. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I'm glad you're here now. Everyone, hey Vanillix. How's it going, man? How are you doing? From past streams, and yeah, like I said, you're like the one who's here the most often, so it makes sense. Makes sense. Should add trading and friend code time on Discord. I'm gonna add a trading one, and I'm going to pin my friend code to that. Like, I don't think a friend code chat makes a lot of like a trading / battling tab is probably what I'll make. So like more of that kind of communication gonna happen, because I know like people do it in chat all the time here, or chat all the time here, and I would love to have that more after the streams as well, especially once I actually get into battling. Daniela Vlogs, welcome to the stream. You're 58 likes. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. We're at 58 likes. What? What? I don't see those statistics on here. 58 likes. Holy crap, guys. That's insane. That is insane. And we're up to 1966. We're so close. We're so close. Thank you to everyone who's tuning into the stream from Pika Ninja God's Discord server. I really do appreciate that. Hope you get Regice and Charmander. I hope so too. I hope they can show up today. Today's already being an extremely hyped day. Keep being careful about Regice and Shiny is barely noticeable. It's why I'm waiting. I'm doing what I did for Zapdos, where I'm waiting until like I actually start throwing a Pokeball in. Because like any point up until now, you know, that Sparkle happens. So I'm waiting, I'm very much waiting. I have the audio for Regice playing, nothing else, all that stuff, all that good stuff, so we can focus on this. The oldest viewer. Out of everyone here right now, I want to say yes. If out of like at least of the people who are chatting a lot, I would definitely say so. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It is crazy. Correct, Regice is really unnoticeable unless you wait. I think I have a little bit of an advantage because I'm like not looking at it on a DS screen. I'm looking at it on like my monitor, which has like really good contrast. Like I noticed Zapdos, or I noticed Wishiwashi is the one I really noticed that I wouldn't have noticed on my DS. So I think there's a little bit more distinction there than there would be if I was just like staring at a DS screen, but it's still so close that yeah, I'm being very, very careful with it. It's been a year. It's seriously been like over a year since I started now, and that's just crazy to me. I'm as old as the Switch. Almost. I started what, like 3 months after the Switch came out? That was a weird anniversary. Like, for me, with the Switch, like, with this, it's like, wow, I've been doing it a year. With the Switch, it's like, it's only been out a year. Like, the Switch has been so insanely popular and successful. Like, it's always been on everyone's mind that, like, it's hard to believe that it's only been around a year. Speaking of the Discord server, most people are also talking about subscribers. I know, it's going up. It's going up like crazy. Your first shiny is Wishiwashi. That's awesome, Danielle. That's awesome. Using a 2DS XL. Yes. My capture card is 2DS XL. So that's what I'm using for these hunts. And those actually have like slightly more washed out colors from what everyone said. And I can actually agree comparing it to my 3DS. So like it makes it rougher to find shinies on that screen. But fortunately, I bought it specifically not to play on that screen. Let's go Eevee or Pikachu. I might end up getting both. Maybe not on launch day, but eventually I'll probably get both. But at first it'll probably be Pikachu. Neither. Let's go Aggron's where it's at. Yeah, you just gotta wait for the third game, right? Finally, SOS a Scrappy Pangoro, and it didn't take too long. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, hidden abilities are actually fairly easy to get. They get up to what, like a 15% chance of finding or something after a while. I still remember first watching the Nintendo Switch presentation of January last year. It was pretty cool. What's up, Blue Sky Gaming Star? Welcome to the stream. Seems like you're also here from Pika Ninja God. I seriously do appreciate that. Hey, Pika Ninja God, for like shouting me out, as well as everyone for tuning in. It's really appreciated. Those are good. What are good? But no, yeah, like I remember when they first like fully announced the Switch and all that. Like it was so cool, and it's definitely been like it's definitely brought Nintendo back from the Wii U days. Like it wasn't necessarily awful, but like it wasn't their best time, and like the Switch feels like exactly what they were going for with it, like fully realized. Because the gamepad definitely feels like a clunky in between from like the Wii to the Switch, in their attempt to like you can play the game like on it without looking at your TV, but it's also like a home console. Like, that's exactly what I feel like they were going for, and they just couldn't quite get it. There's like 22 encounters, didn't think they showed up until 30-ish. I think almost immediately hidden abilities become possible, but it's like 30 encounters or so. I think 30 encounters is when IVs are guaranteed to be 4 perfect IVs. I don't know about shininess. Apparently that's actually different from what I learned back when I was initially doing it. All that stuff, but I don't know. I think hidden abilities, it's by 15 encounters or so. At least, I don't know if it's maxed at 15, or if that's when it starts increasing. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I could definitely see you getting it by 20 or 30. Thought it was the coolest thing ever, and it's like, I'm getting that as soon as possible. I definitely enjoyed the like release, and if I had had the money at the time, I probably would have like pre-ordered it or rushed out to a store day one and bought it. What's up, Jamarley Francis, the anti-social gamer? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Like one of the guys shaking a cup of ice using the Joy-Con, you're amazed. The HD Rumble is still amazing. Like, I haven't played 1-2 Switch, which I think is the game that uses it like the most in terms of look how crazy like accurate it can be is. But, like, the fact that all of those little details, like, every little detail, and there's so many different ways for it to, like, vibrate in different manners is awesome. Like, noticing the little tiny details, there's something like Mario Kart between getting bumped and a boost and a jump and all that stuff. Like, yeah, no, like, the Switch has definitely had so much, like, time and effort put into making it as perfect as possible. Lucas Nark, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? So many subs. Dude, we have gained so many subs today. It is insane. Again, I appreciate every single one of you who has subbed. 1-2 Switch. That's definitely a game that, like, is at the very bottom of my list for buying. It's essentially a $60 tech demo. But there are some people that it works for, and it is fantastic. It's a party game. It makes a lot of sense for some people to have, depending on how they play it. And it seems to be perfect at that. Be right back. See you in a bit, Flying Llama Gamer. Reminds me of Rumble Pack from N64. Revive you? What do you need reviving from? Yeah, Yoshi Rumble is amazing though. Hidden ability Phantom needs a scrappy pulse swiper first. Then you'll want to have a Pokemon with entertainment to check the ability. Oh yeah, if you're looking for hidden ability Phantom, definitely. Yeah, like, that's always been one of those things. I've never really gone after hidden ability Pokemon because it takes more looking than just, it sparkled when it showed up. If that's weird to be like, it takes more effort to find something than a shiny. Mario Party Switch, so we don't need 1-2 Switch. I mean, yeah, that's true, but we did have Mario Party Switch day one. I think it falls into the same category as like, Wii Play. I think it would have been a very good game to include in, like, a Joy-Con bundle. Like, if you included 1-2 Switch in, like, a $90 Joy-Con bundle, it would have sold so much. Because that's a little bit more expensive than a normal Joy-Con, and you would have sold that game with it. That would have been perfect, but them not doing that is why it didn't sell well. Like, Wii Play, I only had Wii Play because it came with a Wiimote that we got. And it was a great game for, like, look at all the different things that it can do. Which is exactly what 1-2 Switch was. Ray Gun, zombies. Yo, Marin, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Sorry you're so late. Didn't notice you were live. Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Yep, we are live. Didn't stream yesterday, 4th of July and all that, but we're back today. Played Wii Play a lot. What are you talking about? I mean, I played it a whole bunch, but if that was a $60 game, it wouldn't have been worth it. Like, there's probably someone who plays every single game in 1-2 Switch a whole bunch. There wasn't a lot of depth to it. Like, as much as I enjoyed the game too, I loved the tank game. It didn't have enough depth to it for me to, like, call it a AAA title or, like, a full-price game. You know? B Ninja got shouting me out because of favorite stream. I seriously do appreciate, all of you guys for coming, as well as, like I said, Pika Ninja God for shouting me out. And it means so much to me that he would do something like that, as well as you guys would come here and sub. Like, it's been insanely hype to see, like, the sub number go up as high as it has. I'm actually gonna double check that Streamlabs is running properly. Because for the number of subs there were, for them not to be, like, massive, like, amounts of notifications coming across, I want to thank anyone that I can. Like, specifically. So we'll see if me opening this up, like, sends a whole bunch across or something, but it doesn't look like it. I have 60 likes. I know, like, someone said, like, I'm the 58th like, and that's crazy. I'm so used to it being, like 17 to 25 on these. We're at, like, 60. That is insane. Again, thank you guys so much. It means a lot. Stuff was closed before. A lot of things were. A lot of things were closed, but I spent some time with family and all that. It was a good time. $62 now. It's going up, and again, guys, I seriously do appreciate that so much. So much. Let me just check another thing real quick. Let's see if that does anything. The Legend event this month, you had to go to Target. I saw that. Why? I mean, it makes sense not to do them all at GameStop. It's probably more because, like, Target and stuff's going to be the one, like, they're gonna want that at some point. But yeah, I also kind of, like, that's weird. I don't know. I have no problem with it personally, but it also is kind of like, how does getting the card work? Like, at GameStop, the cashiers all know that, like, oh, you're coming in for a game. Like, it's a small store. It's like 2 people behind the register. There's like one counter, 2 registers. They know where the cards are. Like, you have to go to a special split. I was trying to say space and place at the same time, and that was just not coming out well. I was going to go to a certain place in the store and get them, or does like every single register have it? I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Mark Nunez, sorry about mispronouncing that. Welcome to the stream. This is the right link from Poochyena server. Well, thank you for coming along. I'm glad you're here again. It's amazing that all of you guys have come out. It's awesome to see some new faces. Never go to Target. I go occasionally. I don't go too terribly often because most of the time I'm going for stuff. I can either get it at like a Walmart or I can get it at a GameStop. There's very few things I go that like Target's the best place to go for. Maybe electronics section. I know our Target has like a counter by the games. I would assume that that's the one, but like, and buy like all the electronics. I would assume that's the one, but yeah, like that just, I can see the logistics of that being weird. You're here, you're watching something else. It's all good. Welcome to the stream, Umbreon Mage. How are you doing? Gonna start hunting a Pokemon Crystal sometimes. I need to do that. I want to do that. It'll be interesting. Because, like, I want to, like, try the, like, 1 in 64 odds for breeding. Like, I think that'd be super cool. Someone trade you a pedal? There's probably someone in chat who can help with that. Yo, Rune, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, man? It's Ho, Zora, and Regirock. Like, they've been pretty close together. And Suicune right before that. It's next Walmart. Haven't they had him at Walmart before? I mean, they've done events at, like, McDonald's before. At least McDonald's, like, it's you log into their Wi-Fi and grab it generally, as opposed, like, that's what the Hoopa was at least. As opposed to, like, getting a card. I assume Target's also a card, though. I'm from the Discord server, it's owned by Poochyena. He said you... get you to 2,000 subs, so why not? Well, Gnarly Dude, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Again, I appreciate every single one of you guys who's come over. They've all been at GameStop so far. I mean, yeah, out of these ones, but... like, before this year's events. Like, just the events in general, I feel like at least 1 or 2's happened at Target, right? I might be wrong, though. What's up, Rune? How's it going? Think Leafgreen hates me? The odds are just aren't in my favor right now, I guess, man. Let's join the Discord. Well, thank you, Umbreon Mage. I appreciate it. The event used Nintendo Zone, which was discontinued, like, Miiverse. Yeah, I mean, like, they use different things and they end up discontinued. So, like, they have to find different ways to do it. But yeah, no, it's kind of interesting. But I guess, yeah, if they've shut down a lot of those services, then, like, cards with codes on them are the best way to go. But at the same time, yeah, it'd be interesting to have like a different type of event as opposed to just the get a code from the store. But oh well, we get Pokemon. That's what matters, right? The Creeper Guy, welcome to the stream. Come on, you can hit 2,000 subs from Pika Discord. Don't know him? Yeah, I do know him. I do know him. He tunes in a good bit. He was super awesome for shouting me out there. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, it'd be awesome if we could hit 2,000. Like maybe not today, but like soon. Like we've gotten way closer than I could have ever possibly imagined we would today already. Like that is insane. Rip Miiverse. Rip like most of the Nintendo stuff that's like been, you know, online oriented for a while. Like we have the Switch stuff now. That's about it. That's about it. We got Pokemon like Festival Plaza. But yeah, no, not a lot of that stuff left, unfortunately. One of the GameStops, wasn't in stock for the cards, they said. It wasn't in yet in a different GameStop, didn't know what you were talking about. The card, you're like, wow, really? That's weird. Like, GameStop's the, like, with Target, just since like that's the one that's like happening now, I can see someone at a Target being like, what are you talking about? But GameStop's like the place where I imagine like almost every single person that works at one knows about like Pokemon events and stuff. Well, they get rid of Festival Plaza when Gen 8 comes out. Who knows how long they'll keep it around, but the problem with online stuff like that is it is like it's hosted on some computer that Game Freak or Nintendo owns, and they have to pay money to keep it running. And if the games aren't doing well that use it, like when Sun and Moon and U-Sun stop selling nearly as well and they stop making it, there's not money to be made that can keep those servers up. So it definitely does eventually. It probably won't stay up forever, unfortunately. Lila Troyd, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Said he wanted to donate to me, but he can't say to this. Well, this is still awesome. This is honestly more awesome than any donation I could have gotten from him. Seriously appreciate this, you know. Hopefully some of you guys like the stream and decide to stick around as well. You know, that'd be cool. Meeting new people's always fun here. And again, seriously, this is just awesome. Has anyone tested if you can soft reset with L set to A? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like on the GameCube controller? Just wondering how much more am I gonna go? I am gonna be going for about 15 more minutes. Pikachu Go, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Like with DS services. Yeah, it's just the unfortunate truth about a lot of online stuff is unless it's solely run on the computers and the systems that people are using, you know, things like some online games that like, you know, person A runs it and then other people can connect to it. Things that you could like do at a LAN party. Unless you're talking about those kind of games where like the community runs the online pretty much. Like developers push updates and stuff, but like it's people who are playing the game whose computers are being used. If you aren't something like that, unfortunately, like online eventually does get shut down. If it becomes impossible to keep the server running, there's not much that can be done. There's the event with Pokemon and GameStop. There have been a few recently. Most recent one I can think of is the Shinies Zygarde that just happened last month in June. Basically, you just go and you get a card, and like it has a code on it, and you can put it into your Gen 7 games and get a Zygarde. Alex Boss plays Fortnite. Welcome to the stream. Pika Ninja God said, "I hope you liked the shout out," and he wanted a shout out back, but if not, he won't care. He just want to hit 2,000 subs. Well, I seriously do appreciate him doing that, and he seriously deserves a shout out. You know, he is free and welcome to post a link to his Discord in like my Discord in that channel I have for it. All that stuff. Again, everyone in the stream. The reason that sub count number has gone up like over 40 today is because of Pika Ninja God, and that is crazy and awesome of him. Like seriously, I do appreciate that so much. I'm pretty sure you can get some leftover shinies, I guess. Oh yeah, no, I've seen a few GameStops I've been to recently just have like stacks of them still. Like, they technically aren't supposed to give them out. I think they're supposed to like just toss them in the trash at this point. But if they're sitting on the counter, I imagine they'll still give them to you. They usually do that. Yeah, I mean the employees there know that like the cards are way better served being given out than like thrown away. Probably go to Target someday just for the giggles. Yeah, like the thing is the Pokemon doesn't matter to me enough to go out to a Target and get it. He said he's going to try give a link. I'm assuming that's supposed to be the link of every live stream you do. Well, that'd be awesome. I seriously do appreciate that. I'm like, you know, it means so much to me that he would do anything like that. It means so much that he just like likes the streams and all that any of you guys like the streams. Not to get like all cliche and like pushy and stuff, but seriously. Your GameStop usually keep them until they expire. That's actually really nice. That's really nice. Emmanuel1231, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Hey, you're a good house. You're all good. I mean, I imagine most of them do. Like, the event goes on a certain amount of time. Like, I guess that's more like, you're guaranteed to get it in that amount of time, really. The Elday option is in the Pokemon options menu. Really? Need to leave. Alright, see you later, Pika-san. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hope to see you again soon. Well, where in the options menu and on which game are you talking about here? Game Boy or 3DS? Sorry I don't chat much. I have Splatoon 2 running in soft resets for starter and Soul Silver. The multitasking is real, man. I totally get that. Totally get that, Kajido. They expire at the end of the year. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I still have to enter some of mine. Yeah, when does it expire? September 27th. So not quite the end of the year. But you get a solid few months to attempt to put your code in. Should be in any game when we will just go to options. Okay. This isn't gonna be the one to do it with. I don't know why I decided that I was gonna try in that. Regice, what's up, OC Squid Girl? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Which ones of those? That was the shiny Zygarde. Alright, let's look at this. Just to see. Since we're here, let's go to options. Like, because that's all that's in this menu, I guess button mode. I wonder, let's try that. Let's see. Regice Kappa. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. I almost saved. That would have been awful. Actually not. Actually too bad. It does, it just also hits A. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So I think the L to A thing is a deeper level than the controls. But now let me set that back because that like little blip's gonna annoy me. Ah, I didn't even save through the soft reset. Yep, no problem there, no problem. Am I getting Fallout 76? Probably not. I'm not a big Fallout player, and I'm really not a, like, online RPG player. Like, I have New Vegas, that's the only Fallout I have, and it's been buggy for me. But admittedly, that might just be Bethesda games for me. And just the fact that 76 is online doesn't appeal to me as much. Because, like, whenever they mention, like, oh, you can play solo, it's not, like, single player, it's just, like, on your own. Which makes it seem like it's not even oriented towards that. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to pass on 76 most likely. I know Queen, like, one of the mods here, is definitely going to play a bunch of it. He's a massive Fallout fan. You're curious since your friend is giving you a 3DS with a busted A button. Ah. Yeah, no, like, fortunately it works. It's just, if you're listening to the sound, it makes the beep of, like, pressing a button. That's whatever. Those the games are so nice. I mean, they're great games, but sometimes they just don't function properly. I have my whole Skyrim rant. Fallout New Vegas does similar things, but not the same things. Trying to complete the Pokedex. Oh, that's awesome. Glad you're a step closer now, Marin. Snow Blossom, what is up? What is up? Welcome to the stream. It's official, all the Charmanders are dead. They're no longer here. We've made it so far, they aren't here anymore. Those darn plates, seriously, like, it helped me in one situation, and then as soon as it killed me, I was like, this isn't fun anymore. Because, like, one of the first things you do is, like, there's that bear you have to sneak by or whatever in the initial, like, getaway. I feel like I can talk about a game that's been out for 11 years. But yeah, like there's that initial barrier you have to get away from. Or it's not 11 years, but like 7 or something. Something like that. But yeah, it's like you gotta sneak past it or whatever. And I just like looked at it and it was like floating there. I was like, that's a weird rendering thing. Ah, it's an old game. And then it just became more of a problem later on when plates started hitting me. Rose Girl, what is up? Welcome to the stream. You only play Pokemon, Mario Party, and Smash Bros. Tried Zelda once, rage quit, and haven't touched the game since we kept dying. Shadow Temple Boss. Zelda's a different game. I haven't really gotten too much into it myself. I want to though. I own Breath of the Wild. I just haven't gotten to it. So I can kind of agree there. The bear, yeah, like it never really ends up being a problem in most playthroughs, I don't think. You're back. Welcome back, Pika Ninja God. Dude, seriously, thank you for that shout out, man. I really, really do appreciate it. It means a whole bunch to me. You know, we are so close. We're what, 27 subs away from 2K now, which is way, way closer than we were like at the beginning of the stream. Seriously, dude. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Heard Despacito 76 is going to be an online song. Only online. You can't listen to it anywhere else. Like, if you try to like add it to your library on Spotify, it says no. Game Boy only 2K special? If we hit 2K, I don't know. What do I do to make it like worth it to somehow say, okay, we hit 2K? I almost wanted to say like, oh, by the end of the stream, but I realized we're only like, you know, we're like 4 minutes away from that. You know what? If we hit 2K by the end of this stream, we are gonna go. I was gonna be like, no more Charmander, but no, we'll take a break from Charmander and we will go hardcore for a stream or several for another Pokemon for our Shiny Badge quest, so we can get that back going. If we can do that, honestly. If we manage to hit 2K in the by like the end of this week, so like today and tomorrow, that is what we will do next week. So there we go. We got a goal. We got a goal, and I know that it's totally ridiculous to somehow hit that in the next like 3 minutes. On a brighter note, you found a shiny Magikarp in Go on Sunday in your Red account. Awesome! That's awesome, Rose. I thought I would do a little. You did a lot to your channel, so you're happy. Yeah, seriously, dude. Seriously, it's insane. We went from what, like 1927 or something to 1979. Like, it's insane. We played Oblivion on Xbox, and immediately after you made your character, you jump off the dock and got stuck on a fence. Rip. Rip. So Elder Scrolls never left an impression on you. Like, I'll admit, the majority of the reason I wanted to play Elder Scrolls is because I saw Achievement Hunter do their thing where they got like a cabbage to launch into a bucket. I was like, I want to do that. That looks fun. And so like my friend brought over his copy of Skyrim for the 360. We played it for a while. I was like, I'm bored with this. I want to do that. And it's like I never really got into it then. I got it for my PC and I played it, but I've ranted about this. Skyrim's engine breaks above 60 FPS, and my monitors are 165. And my computer can definitely run a game that old that fast. It breaks the physics engine. So things start shaking violently everywhere, and I got killed by a plate. Like, I walked into a house, and, like tableware just started shaking, and a plate shot out and hit me in the face hard enough to kill me. I was like, that's not fun. I think I tried again, but the problem is, like, I got a dog, and I was so happy to have the dog, and then I got bit by a vampire. I was like, aw, man. I, like, ruined it. Give a shout out. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Guys, the reason for, like I said, that number over there, that sub count, if I can point at it, that one, that thing right there, going up so much today is because of how awesome Pika Ninja God was. I'm definitely going to shout you out, man, for that. You really, really do deserve that. You have earned it for sure. Like, seriously, man. Thank you so much. So, guys, I don't know. If you, like I said, man, I mentioned it to someone who talked about it earlier. Feel free to leave your link in, you know, your link to your Discord or whatever in an advertising channel, and I will make sure to like point it out to people after the stream. Seriously, man. Wonder if you can promo on the Poke Reddit Discord. I don't know. I feel like sometimes bigger Discords don't take to that as much, but I don't know. I don't know that Discord. Like, if you guys... I'm not, like, gonna ask for it outright. I feel weird asking for it, but feel free to. Feel free to, by all means, you know? That is over 800 hours of playtime in Skyrim. I know some people with crazy playtime in some games. Like, it's insane. Like, people just have their games they play. You know, guys, we're gonna go a little bit longer. We're gonna go to 11,100 encounters today. We won't quite hit the 11111, but we'll get close. We'll be prepared to start tomorrow with it. Almost at 11111. I know, right, X-Rider? We'll hit that tomorrow. We'll hit that tomorrow. You know, like I said, we're gonna end here in a few Charmanders. Poochyena, the awkward position of wanting us to promo, but has the comments that's not outright ask it. I feel really bad doing that, you know. But yeah, I'm glad you see the, like, obviously, like, promotion is good, but I've never been one for, like, promoting my own stuff anywhere, you know. Like, I don't know, that feels weird to me. I know that obviously it's like the thing to do, but I don't know. It's always felt weird to me. Like, I feel like. I don't know, like, at first I was like, you know, I don't think, like, the quality of my streams is at the point where it's like, I should be, like, telling people to come watch. Now it's like, I have a good-sized audience, why would I be, like, you know, begging? It feels almost like begging to me in a way. I know it's not. It's just business and marketing, but I'm not a marketing person. I'm not an awfully large Discord. I mean, I'm not either. I think the largest Discord I'm in is the Random Tens one. Thought your channel is dead, but you were wrong. Apparently, man. Apparently, dude. Seriously, though. Thank you so much, man. Takes a certain kind of person to promote themselves. Some people can't do it, some can. Yeah, and, like, there's nothing wrong with either one. I totally respect the people who have that, like, drive. It feels like I'm the guy who's like, hey, thanks for showing up. You know? The guy who's like and subscribe is the weirdest thing for me to say. Oh man, it's getting so hot down here. Like, hopefully we're back, guys. Sorry about that dip. Hopefully I see the preview reconnect in a second. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. OBS just freaked out. We're not done. We're still going. We still got a few minutes left. Sorry about that little technical difficulty. Just the mid-sentence it drops, but we're back. Ian should stream Skyrim. I should stream Skyrim at 144 hertz. Like, I should, like, the extra hertz makes it hurt so much more. Nah, but, like, I should play the Broken Physics Skyrim. That would actually be really fun, I think. Like, streaming Broken Physics Skyrim would be hilarious. The only problem there is, like, I don't think I have an HDMI port that supports that. Like, would support that speed and resolution. So I don't know how my cap card would work with it. Because I'd have to capture on a different system. And, like, stream it out from 60 FPS there. Moderator. I'll think about it, man. I'll think about it, but mods are still one of those things where it's not really... I don't want to make mod, like, a reward for something, you know? Like, it's a job. It's a job, and it's, like, given to, like, the moderators I have now are all people I know in real life. Or almost all. Tony isn't, but, like, Tony I know mods and other stuff. So I don't want to be, like, a jerk and say no, because, like, you have been super awesome, but I don't want it to become that, like, you know, a reward for so-and-so did this, so they became mod, you know? So I hope you'll understand that. Yeah. Awesome. You do. Became a countdown channel at 2K. Yes, suddenly I flipped like top 10s in Fortnite. That's it. That's actually what happens at 2K. The shiny hunting was just to get me there. And I feel like that's the other way around. But alright guys, last Charmander of the night was not shiny. So we will pick up on Charmander tomorrow. But we got to finish up with our Bulbasaur and our last Regice as well. So here we go. No. But hey, maybe it can happen on the quintuple ones. Who knows? So we'll get this Regice in one more. Top 10 worst mindless Enigma streams. Lists off all like 100 and something up, like 200 something of them. I guess at this point it'd be almost 300. Top 10 players who exploded because of Fortnite. See, the thing is there, I think it'd be hilarious for me to like suddenly flip to Fortnite because of how little I know about it. Like, I have zero knowledge. I have never played Fortnite at all. If you got the Bulbasaur, this would be #1 worst streams. I mean, I would be happy with the Bulbasaur. I will say that much. I would be absolutely fine with it. I know some people are much more upset. But here we go, guys. Last Regice has been encountered in last Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur's not shiny. I don't even know what I'm going to ever say if it is shiny, because like I'm so used to being like, it's not. And then Regice wasn't either. So, seriously, thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream, everyone who liked, everyone that subscribed. Seriously, a massive thank you to all the people who did that. Pika Ninja God, seriously, dude, that was insane of you for doing this, and I really do appreciate that. Seriously, like we went up, what, 50, almost 50 subs, if not more? Yeah, like 51 subs or something today. Seriously, thank you so much, everyone who tuned into the stream. We'll be back on again tomorrow, hunting for more of Regice and Charmander. So until next time, guys, take care.